Here we go, CentralValleyTalk.com with Mike Briggs and Athena. And you know what? We were talking about bricks for kids and educating kids and learning all about robotics and science. Joe Hackney is here with B3, because that's a long name, Educational Enrichment Literacy Development. That I'd rather call it B3, Joe.
It's a little spelled out, but...
What's B3?
Jeez, what is it?
B3 is that some kind of vitamin?
Yeah, that's B12. So, B3, education.
Absolutely.
Education shot.
So B3 actually stands for birth through third grade.
Okay.
What we're doing is we're integrating a new literacy development program with the nonprofit Hands On Central California and Fresno Unified, and they're working to get enthusiastic, interested members of the community involved in the classrooms and as extra teaching aids with the teachers and the children.
Very cool. So you just, you basically are in Fresno Unified right now.
Absolutely.
And do you come into the schools after school, tutoring? How are you doing stuff?
So we're working in 12 different schools right now, and we actually get them in the classrooms during the school hours.
Oh,
so,
like intervention kind of?
Yes,
somewhat. Sort of?
Recently,
Okay.
I'm not sure if you guys are aware, but we've totally altered the entire national program for education. So recently, they've switched our national curriculum to what's called Common Core.
Yes.
Did you know that? You have kids in school. You know about that?
Yes.
So it's a big
But I thought it
issue.
was just a Clovis thing. All,
It's a national switch
you know,
because
it's
Is that one of those
core.
Obama deals?
But it's core, meaning everyone does this same thing.
yeah, well,
Across
there's
the nation? I don't know.
Across, is it across the nation or just
It
California?
is across the nation. What they're trying to do is really focus on the basics and totally alter our educational structure. Because right now we've had this system where the teachers kind of sit up there and they talk to the students, and the students just sit there and regurgitate. And what we want is really an interactive process. We have an educational crisis here where our schools are lagging far behind that of the other global standards and other first world nations. And so what we're doing is totally transforming the educational process with new interactive curriculum that really makes them look abstractly at the material and apply it in real world situations. But the problem with this is if you want an interactive curriculum, you have to interact with the kids. So we have to get class sizes down. And that's what our program aims to do. We've looked at education and we found that literacy, and primarily reading comprehension and writing, is the best metric that you can measure for student success. It's really empowering when they can't read, they can't write. It really is disempowering them, and they don't move on grades, and it's really hard to succeed. And so that's the primary development that we're using to empower these kids, because Fresno especially, we have a lot of diversity, but unfortunately we also have some of the highest poverty rates in the nation, and they're just highly correlated with our very low test scores. So we're integrating members of the community to get them into these classrooms so that they can actually interact and have smaller class sizes and these focus groups where they're really focusing on the basic fundamental structures of education like reading, writing, and mathematics that will empower them to succeed in the future.
Is it so? Is it free, or do they have to pay for it?
It is free. Unfortunately, our district doesn't have all the finances for it, so all of it is volunteer-based.
Wow, all you guys are volunteers?
Absolutely.
That's amazing, because my son struggles with school. We pay a lot of money for tutors. This would have been, are you thinking about moving into Clovis Unified as well, or is it just Fresno right now?
They actually started the program last year, and there was only 2 schools involved, and we just expanded it, so now there's 12, and we would like to continue expanding, and preferably...
Birth through third, B3.
There we go. Preferably get students into every single, or teaching aids into every single classroom interacting with the students.
And it's all the subjects.
Yes, well, primarily right now we're focusing directly on literacy development, reading comprehension and writing.
Okay.
Now, are you looking for aides? Is that one thing we could ask them to contact you about?
Absolutely, that would be incredible. We have had a great turnout, and we're getting great responses, but each person really makes a huge impact. And when you're working in there directly with these kids, every single teaching aid that we can get really makes a big difference. And so we are reaching out. Anybody interested in getting involved in the industry, it is a great experience for your professional portfolio. We've had a great turnout from students. And so yes, that'd be great.
Well, before we let you go, we're running out of time, but give us your website, your phone number, anything that,
Absolutely.
so people can call
I
you.
believe we have our phone number up there on the board, 237-3101, and you can call us Monday through Friday from 8 to 3. And also, if you're interested in looking up at the B3 Literacy Development Program, there's b3fresnocounty.com. And also, if you want to check out the nonprofit Hands On that is directly working with Fresno Unified, that would be handsoncentralcal.org.
Awesome.
Is that up here on Van Ness, right up the street?
Yeah, it's right up the street. It's that little building with the mural that says, "Be the change you wish to see."
Be the change.
We'll go
I love
surprise them
it.
someday.
Coming up, Helena, and Harold Zapata. Helena Walton, Harold Zapata. How do you say it again? ZG?
We're going to find out when they come.
International.
We'll be back right after this.